Can wadded up aluminum foil really clean a rusty amp chassis? Find out ahead.
Welcome to channel 2. Enjoy the video. Hi.
Hello everybody, Brad the GUITOLOGIST here with another channel 2 video. As many of you probably know, recently I did a series of videos on a 1971 Marshall model 1959 Super Lead, and in the process I kind of determined that this chassis had probably had something spilled on it. What I thought I would do here is show you some of the outtake videos where I was trying to clean this chassis up a little bit. It occurred to me that this was a golden opportunity to try something I've been meaning to try on camera for a while, and that's to see if wadded up aluminum foil will actually clean off rust from a chassis such as this. Someone suggested it in the commentary after the first video, and I had already tried this method before with mixed results. I thought it may have some potential merits, but I couldn't really recall what it was that caused me to stop using that method. So what I thought I would do here is revisit this method and see if it really does get rust off the chassis as it promises to do. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, stick around. I'm curious about this chassis cleaning because somebody asked the question, you know, what tips do I have for chassis cleaning? And I was like, well, you know, start with regular soap and water, like a damp rag, first of all, because a lot of this stuff might just be grime that would come off with a damp rag. And that may be true. As you can see, I think if the more I actually clean that, some of that would come off, because I think, again, some of that might be from a spill or, you know, stuff, definitely some kind of moisture that's coming in from the top and everything. But somebody also suggested to try some crumpled up aluminum foil, so I think I might try that just to see how it goes. I've used it before on like face plates. It's been a while. I'm of two minds about that. I don't know if that's actually just covering over with like loose bits of aluminum, or if it's actually getting the rust off of there. But I do know that sometimes you can use a toothbrush and baking soda, and a toothbrush with some baking soda will sometimes get corrosion off. Kind of the same concept as baking soda toothpaste. I think I'm going to try both methods here and see which one seems to work best. You can see it actually is coming off with the baking soda, and baking soda is like a low-level abrasive, you know. I mean, it's safe on teeth, it's safe on tooth enamel. So usually it's pretty good for stuff like chassis. It's not going to scratch them up, you know, real bad or anything like that, like other abrasives might. You can see this big area back here that I'm getting right now. I think you can definitely see the difference, like in just in brightness. Now it hasn't gotten all of the corrosion off, but you can definitely tell a difference in how bright it is compared to how, you know, these areas over here for sure. But as good of a job that it's doing, it's not getting off all of the corrosion. It is getting off some of it, but not all of it. So I'm kind of curious to see what the aluminum foil trick would do on that. That is a trick I've heard of before and did try to use at one time. I can't remember on what. It's been a long time ago. I did try it one time, and it seemed like I was kind of skeptical. I came away from it skeptical because it seemed like maybe it was just covering over the corrosion rather than fully cleaning it. But I don't know, it's been so long I can't remember now. So I can see what the baking soda has done with just a couple of minutes of cleaning. It's definitely brightened that up. You can see the difference between this area and like this area over here. But I think I want to come back with some aluminum foil. We'll try it in this area where I've already gone over and see if it can't get rid of this corrosion right here in this area. Okay, I'm back and I have a piece of aluminum foil, and we're gonna just, I guess, just crumple it up and see if we can't. I'm just gonna try a small little spot here and see if I don't know, just see if this works at all. And that is coming, that's coming actually really clean. I can already tell. Watch this. Watch this shit. I'll tell you what, watch this right back here. Watch this stuff. You ready for this? That was real time. Real time. Can you believe that? Look at that. Look at that. It just takes it right off. Holy crap. It does leave kind of a dull surface though, so I would say it might be a good idea to also use the baking soda like afterwards to kind of, you know, shine one up if you're wanting to really, you know, if you're wanting to really make it look spick and span. But holy crap, dude, this is definitely the way to go. It takes seconds. Like I said, I actually knew about this trick, and I don't know why I didn't remember it. And for whatever reason, I had it in my mind that it didn't work so well when I tried it. But this is actually working really, really well. Way better than I remember this working the time I tried this. Like I said, it was on some other piece of equipment. I don't know, maybe there was just a different scenario where we had different, where I had a different type of metal or something maybe, and I don't know, but this is really working out. I mean, you can see where the corrosion was, but it's gone. I mean, the surface is somewhat dulled, but it did knock that corrosion off of there. And it look, you can see all of it. It's gone onto the foil. Okay, yeah, I figured out why I don't use the aluminum foil trick now. I remember why. Because, watch this. I mean, let's just pick an area. Okay, this area right here, watch. If I rub this for a few seconds, it's like, oh man, look, that really reduced the corrosion. It looks like it took it right off of there. But if I come back with just a damp cloth and I wipe the area, the corrosion is right back. So all you're doing whenever you use this is you're actually just scraping off little particles of the aluminum onto the surface of this, and you're basically painting the surface with a temporary paint job of aluminum. So yeah, that's, I mean, while that might work to kind of mask, you know, some imperfections, if you're trying to sell something, it's not a permanent solution for something like this. The thing that I always use, baking soda, it was actually removing some of it. Now, it wasn't doing a perfect job at it, but it was removing some of it. But you could definitely come in here with a, you know, with some steel wool and get that, and you know, and it would take a lot of that corrosion off there. Then you could wax it and everything else. I'm not going to do all that, but it was cool to, you know, just try it and see if the experiment was going to work. So now we know.